Coming on
unedited,
in, coming
tell the
on
truth,
in. We
and
got a lot to
shame
talk
the
about.
devil. I
We definitely
love
got a
being black.
lot to talk about. Come on in, come on in. A lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right. Y'all know this video is going to be real today. We're talking about Brandon Johnson executive order. All right, let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. All right. We're breaking down about Brandon Johnson signing an executive order today. What it really means for the streets of Chicago. No filter news. All right. Just my raw opinion on how this move impacts the Chicago migrant crisis and our status as a Chicago sanctuary city. All right, people. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. I need y'all come on in. Come on in. All right. Break down some things for y'all. I want to break down a whole lot for our people. We're gonna figure out what's going on. Yep. So what it means, what Brandon Johnson signed an executive order today. Executive order today. That's what he signed. And we want to put it up. I'm telling you, it's real, people. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right. All right. All right. We got stuff up there. I'm going to pin this. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Come on in. Pin that up. All right. We talking about Brandon Johnson, executive order today. He signed, and what this means for our city, a sanctuary city here in the city of Chicago. All right, we want Brandon Johnson signs an executive order. All right. And it's about the Chicago migrant crisis and sanctuary city. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I should have said breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Come on in, Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. All right, there he is. He signed an executive order today. Our mayor, your mayor, signed an executive order today. What's really going on, people? What's really going on? All right. Brandon Johnson, y'all. Brandon Johnson signed an executive order. Now, I'm going to tell you, people, this is real. And the executive order that he signed was about the Chicago migrant crisis and the sanctuary city. All right. We're going to talk more about it. We're going to talk more about it, people. And, you know, in this video, I talk about real world consequences of Mayor Brandon Johnson, decisions and tensions building around migrants in Chicago. Is this solving the problem or making it worse? We're looking at the facts, the Chicago politics behind the scenes, and the reality of illegal immigration Chicago residents are dealing with every day. Crime Chaser, you know that's me. I bring you the truth. Martin G. Johnson style, uncut and unedited. Real talk. It's what it is. What it is. All right. Thank you for that super chat. Super chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I wish more could be like you. Send me that super chat. That's okay. I appreciate it. Whatever it is. I love being black. What's up, brother Eddie? I'm glad you're on YouTube. Good. Yep, that's right. Lamont died. All right. So what are black people getting? We're gonna talk, we're gonna get into the meat of this. Let me put up some things, people. Let me just say, I want to walk y'all through this before we get to talking about the executive order. I got some videos that I like to show. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna show some videos. That's what we're gonna do. Now this is 12 years ago. Let's listen to this, people. This is video.
The book here, Mugged, and I think it's on page 151. You write that various groups.
Going. I don't know why this is not
feminist gay rights groups and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the black civil rights experience.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated blacks like children and many of their policies have been harmful to blacks. At least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, I mean, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery.
In the book here, Mugged, and I think it's on page 151.
It's like 12, 13 years. Listen to this.
Various groups, feminist gay rights groups, and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the black civil rights experience.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated blacks like children and many of their policies have been harmful to blacks. At least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, I mean, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions. But or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left. They dropped the blacks after 5 minutes.
Immigrant rights are not civil rights?
No, I think civil rights are for blacks.
See, this is essentially the problem, and the Republicans
what have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
But you see, most of us are either immigrants or are the descendants of immigrants, and we understand that not everybody. There are Native Americans, but we understand in this country. We understand in this country that kind of self-deportation, making things so difficult for immigrants, for undocumented immigrants, that they have to leave, or the DREAM Act. Vetoing, threatening to veto the DREAM Act, which is what Romney has said. I mean, and again, we have Governor Romney, who is basically taking a position that is anti a large and the fastest growing segment of the electorate.
And here's the thing, if Republicans don't do something with immigration, and if Republicans are so far away from Latinos, they're going to lose not only this election, they might lose the White House for generations.
The future.
And Texas to turn
that's why the Democrats are dropping the blacks and moving on to the Hispanics because they're a larger group of Hispanics now. But
we're going to play it one more time.
And I think it's on page 151. You write that various groups, feminist gay rights groups, and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the black civil rights experience.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated blacks like children and many of their policies have been harmful to blacks. At least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, I mean, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions. But or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left. They dropped the blacks after 5 minutes.
Immigrant rights are not civil rights?
No, I think civil rights are for blacks.
See, this is essentially the problem, and the Republicans
what have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
But you see, most of us are either immigrants or are the descendants of immigrants, and we understand not everybody. There are Native Americans, but we understand in this country. Understand in this country that kind of self-deportation, making things so difficult for immigrants, for undocumented immigrants, that they have to leave, or the DREAM Act. Vetoing, threatening to veto the DREAM Act, which is what Romney has said. I mean, and again, we have Governor Romney, who is basically taking a position that is anti a large and the fastest growing segment of the electorate.
And here's the thing, if Republicans don't do something with immigration, and if Republicans are so far away from Latinos, they're going to lose not only this election, they might lose the White House for generations.
The future.
And Texas to turn
that's why the Democrats are dropping the blacks and moving on to the Hispanics because they're a larger group of Hispanics now. But
all right. We warm you up. For those who just tune in, we're breaking down the latest about Brandon Johnson executive order, what really means for the streets of Chicago and No Filter News. Just my opinion on how this will impact the Chicago migrant crisis here as a Chicago sanctuary city. Now, in this video, I will talk about the real world consequences of Mayor Brandon Johnson's decision to build around the migrants in Chicago. Now we're gonna talk about some things. I'm going to show another video. I got several videos that I want to bring up. We want to talk about. Let's all right, let's start with this one. All right, short.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has signed an executive order to push back against the possible deployment of National Guard troops to the city. He says he received credible reports of possible military activity coming soon. The new Protecting Chicago initiative aims to protect people's constitutional rights. Johnson says the city's police will stay under local control, won't wear masks, and won't take part in any immigration enforcement with the military.
All right. We know we like to play it a couple of times. Play it a couple of times.
Has joined.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's it. Y'all hear it now. We bringing facts. Now, this is what Brandon Johnson, I'm gonna put it on the screen. This is what Brandon Johnson wants to do. He wants the CPD to do. As ordered by Mayor Johnson, if CPD personnel observe or receive reports of an apparent violation of state or local law by federal agents, they shall document federal enforcement activities in accordance with CPD policy, ensure that any body camera footage captured during the incident, including footage or any use of force, detentions, injuries, or other enforcement activity is preserved. Seek to identify the federal supervisory officer on the scene. Attempt to verify the supervisory officer name and badge number, and record the credential verification using body cameras, including any refusal to comply. Complete a report of any violation of state or local law by federal agents consistent with CPD policy. Immediately summons emergency medical service and render aid to any injured person. So, in event of any illegal misconduct by federal immigration. So, you reading it. Okay, I think we got Roosevelt, but we're going to go to my sister first. She called in first. 9433, real quick. Come on. Come on.
Hey, Mark. Brandon Johnson is not for all black folks. I mean, okay, just because all black folks ain't 10 folks. He's not for just let's keep it 100. He's not for us. He brought in the immigrants. I worked through it. I was in the shelter working every weekend. He brought them in through Midway and O'Hare. He's not for us.
Right. Okay.
He's not.
Okay. Let me hold on, sister. Chill Will Crew. Thank you. Super sticker
Okay.
$2.99. Thank you. He said pure character punching the air with fists and bumping written on his knuckles. Okay. Oh yeah, he's talking that black power. Hold on, sister. Don't go nowhere. So you saying that Brandon Johnson is not for black people? Is that, if I'm understanding, is that what you're saying?
Correct. He's not for, I mean, just let's tell the truth and saying it out. He's not for. He's totally for the migrants. So I'm going to be the one to put it out there. Whoever agrees with me, whoever don't agree with me, I don't care. He's not for. I have worked in it through the security company. I'm not going to tell a security company I work for, but I worked for him, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I made good money, but he was bringing them in. So now it's he brought them in. Now it's hard to get them out. It's all on him. I'll point the finger at him. He's to blame.
Okay.
So that's why our property taxes going up, because it's all on him. And no, he's not going to get reelected. It is what it is.
Okay. All right, Mr. Roosevelt.
Yes.
How are you?
What's going on, Martin?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm doing good. And I just have to say, I'm not going to say too much maybe on this call, because I think I had more of my say a little bit last night. It was just talking about the same issue, but I think the same thing still applies.
Right.
And I agree with the young lady who came, before me. Just like I was telling you yesterday about Brandon Johnson, that he is not, I definitely agree that he is not for us, that he is putting all his time into the migrants. I don't know what is going on, or, whether these, migrants and stuff have or promised him something, whether they can, they come over his house and, give him a good massage or massages. I'm not going to say what I want to say, but he's got to be promising them something in order, for him just to, cater just to them. And I am hoping, and I'm on my knees hoping and praying that Trump or the government sends military here. I'm hoping for a mass deployment and a letdown and even martial law here in Chicago. I never ever thought I hear myself say it. But you never heard it on your show before? You can make history. You didn't heard it tonight. I'm praying for military action and a military operation and martial law in Chicago.
You want us to be on lockdown, man? Roosevelt.
Yes, especially if we can do something to get them out, because we have got, come on, not Martin, we have got to do something, because ever since this administration has come in, let's just let's just tell the
Mayor Johnson actually just called.
I mean, all of the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All of the resources have gone pretty much to the migrants. So much so that, because I have gone to, the budget meetings and everything downtown over the last couple of months, because I've hung out with a couple of people from, Chicago Flips Red. So we've gone down together, something from the budget meetings and stuff. I found out, Chicago's into a 2 or 3 billion or more, budget deficit. And this is how come they have raised property taxes. And the thing is, it's not affecting, let's just say, white people. It's affecting black people on the South and West Side, because they're trying to price us out, and they're trying to push us out, because if you can't afford your property taxes, I don't care if your house is completely paid for, guess what? You're going to lose your property. So, then once you move out and everything, they price everything down for to give to the migrants so they can move in. So I just said all of that to say this. They're using it for these people to replace us.
Mm-hmm.
And they used a black man and a black face to do it. And, and after this and everything, because I know that you always say, you're race first and everything. I have to say something. I probably disagree. After this or something, as far as politics go, I'm no longer race first. No, if it's somebody who's going to give us a much more better deal, do more for us, who could be white, that's what I'm going with. Because from now on, we need to stop voting on color. We need to stop voting on, making history just because we put the first black man or first black woman in office. Because other groups vote on concessions. Black people vote on history. LGBT vote on concessions. Black people vote on histories. Latinos vote on concessions. But black people vote on making history. Asians vote on concessions. Black people vote on making history. White people vote on concessions. What you can do for them by concessions. Black people just vote on making history. Because making history or having a black man in office, what has it gotten us already? Absolutely nowhere.
Okay, Mr. Roosevelt, real quick, maybe Marcus next, but here's a question that was posed from the message. Now, we realize that Chicago is a sanctuary city since the 80s, declared by Mayor Harold Washington. Also, we realize that the migrants were sent to us by a downstate, I think it was Texas. They were sent to here.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that we just want to get that out there. But here's a question that's posed by Love My Folks. The Black Democrats need to call in and explain this. Why didn't Brandon Johnson have this same energy for officials harming Black Americans and stealing their property? But they stay mad at Trump. I'm going to read that again real slow. Y'all know I talk fast sometimes. The Black Democrats need to call in and explain this. Why didn't Brandon Johnson have this same energy for officials harming Black Americans and stealing their property? But they stay mad at Trump. I need some Black Democrats to call in tonight.
He's a freaking sellout. He's a freaking sellout. That's exactly why. Because, I mean, you know, white people don't have to do. It's like what one of your callers said one time.
Bro, I need
white people don't have to do it to us.
Hold it right there. Marcus is a Democrat. Let me talk to Marcus. Come on, Marcus. Hold up, Roosevelt. Don't go nowhere. I promise you, I'm coming back to you.
Okay,
Marcus,
cool.
come on, real quick. Marcus, I want to repeat the question. I don't know if you heard it or not. Can I repeat the question? Okay, Marcus, listen real close. The Black Democrats. The Black Democrats need to call in and explain this. Why did Brandon Johnson have this same energy for officials harming Black Americans and stealing their property, but they stay mad at Trump? I want to say it again. Black Democrats need to call in and explain this. Why did Brandon Johnson have this same energy for officials harming Black Americans and stealing their property, but they stay mad at Trump? All right, I'm asking you, Marcus, maybe you can help us out.
Well, because the Black Democrats, Martin, as I've stated in previous moments when I called in on your show, somebody getting some money, they don't care about us. We are looking like the Bulls fans are looking for another Michael Jordan. We're looking for another Harold Washington, and that's why Brandon Johnson is in that seat. Lori Lightfoot was in that seat. If Lori Lightfoot was still in that seat, we'd be talking about Lori Lightfoot. We're talking about Brandon Johnson. I'm going to ask this question, Martin. If you allow me, I'm going to go further. Where was the same outrage and executive order signing when a little boy by the name of Laquan McDonald was killed? Where was, and other people who are being harassed by the police department till this day, and Black people who are losing their homes? Good question. Where's the outrage? The Black Democrats are paid off. They're not representing the people anymore. They're representing the people that's got the money, that's got the pocketbook, that's got the wallet, that's got the billions of dollars. They go in it for money. They come into our neighborhood and preach Black power. They come into our churches and make promises, but they're not delivering on those promises. They're shaking hands with white supremacists behind closed doors who are part of the Democratic Party and Republican Party. That's what they're doing. That's why they're signing executive orders. Brandon Johnson is doing what his invisible bosses are telling him to do. Not what we want him to do, because we don't matter to him. Because we're poor. We don't have anything to offer him.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he's the puppet. He's the puppet behind. He's the puppet.
Hold up.
Hold it,
He's
sister.
the only puppet.
Yeah, y'all hold it. Let Marcus
He's
finish.
not the only puppet. He's not the only puppet. There are several puppets, including the people who were sitting next to him, They weren't all Hispanic people. They weren't all migrants. They were black people who I have seen at protests sitting next to him. If you're not for this man, why was you in a photo op while he was doing an executive order? So they can't tell me anything because it's all about money. You have a lot of black puppets like you do in the music industry and in the entertainment and sports industry. They're all puppets, and they're being controlled by the billionaire white supremacists who you don't see, and they have to do what their bosses tell them to do, or they will be cut from the string and replaced with another black puppet. They're not for us. We are looking for a Harold Washington. We're looking for a Dr. Martin Luther King. We're looking for a Malcolm X. We're looking for all of those people whom they killed, who they couldn't control. The ones that's in power today are the ones that the white supremacists can control. They have played chess with us, and they have had us at checkmate far too long. We got to get out of this checkmate syndrome. Now, Roosevelt, to answer your question about how black people vote, I'm one who don't vote on history. I vote on what this person can do for me. I voted for Brandon Johnson because I did not want to see another Mayor Daley in office. And the problem is that we didn't have a real candidate because all these black people decided to run up against each other, which divided the black vote in this city, which forced a lot of people not to vote. And it came down to Brandon Johnson. I feel that, hey, we had Lori Lightfoot. We should have stood behind her, but a lot of us was mad with her because she was gay. That's why we're dealing with this problem right now. It's not that black people vote history. They vote for what can this person do for me. And when you got people coming into your neighborhood lying to you, making promises, handing out turkeys and toys, and then when they get in office, they're signing executive orders for the migrants. What about the black people who are suffering? What about the black people who are sleeping on the streets and got nowhere to go? What about the black people who can't get to work because the CTA buses in certain areas stop running at a certain time or don't run far enough and you have to walk 30 or 40 blocks just to get home? What about those black people? Where's the executive order for them now, Brandon Johnson? People who are getting pulled over by the police and harassed. Where's the executive order for them? But you can sign an executive order for migrants? Where's the executive order for black communities that are starving because you all took the resources and now you want to double tax them? Where's the executive order for them? I yield the mic to
Marcus. I'm going to read this out to you guys. Love my folks. Again, black Democrats are never mad about black Americans being mistreated by the Democrats, okay? Every black community is now surrounded by anti-black immigrants, and I ain't seen no press about these tensions. That's a good one. I want to read that again. Black Democrats are never mad about black Americans being mistreated by the Democrats. All right? Every black community is now surrounded by anti-immigrants, and I ain't seen no press about these tensions. Oh, we got Mama Doris. Come on, Mama Doris. I ain't gonna have you holding long.
No, I'm just.
You listen? I'll come back.
I'm gonna
listen. Okay, that's okay.
Listen for a while. Go
okay,
ahead.
no problem. No problem. So these things we got to pay attention. Let's play the video. I got a little small video here. Let me get this video out the way. All right, here we go. Let's play the video.
For I think CPD to cut their budget by $100 million. Do you know what Mayor Johnson has been? Yeah.
How is his approval rating not like negative?
Oh, because he's backed by the CTU, which is the entire every teacher in Chicago is under the thumb of Stacey Davis Gates, and he's a product of CPS. He was a teacher. He was a social studies teacher, and he got to play with the city now. But he wants CPD to cut their budget because he overspent on his migrant population, who's supposed to elect him again.
Did you?
So what are we saying? The police are being defunded, as we say. And that's all. That's what I'm hearing. They got their budget cut by $100 million. $100 million. I wonder how many budget cuts of the migrants got. See, people, this is what's going on in this country. Well, I'm I'm going to put it right here in the city of Chicago. They are showing us that black people mean nothing to them, the Democratic policy. That's what it is. That's what they are showing us. They're tired of you. They've done everything they could, they say. And this was predicted back 20-some years ago, people. Go back to Claude Anderson. He told us. Now, let me put this up on the screen. I want to put this up on the screen, y'all. So this is what Brandon Johnson wants CPD to do. This is one of the executive orders. Let me make sure. Let me take a glass so I can read it correctly. I'm going to read it slow. Let me read it slow. As ordered by Mayor Johnson, if CPD personnel observe or receive reports of apparent violations of state or local law by federal agents, they shall, this is Brandon Johnson, he put this in executive order, right? Document federal enforcement activities in accordance with CPD policy, ensure that any body camera footage captured during the incident, including footage of any use of force, detentions, injuries, or other enforcement activity is preserved. Seek the identity the federal supervisory officer on the scene. Attempt to verify the supervisory officer name and badge number, and record the credential verification using body cameras, including any refusal to comply. Complete a report of any violation of state or local law by federal agents consistent with CPD policy. Immediately summons emergency medical service and render aid to any injured person. I can't see the other word because of the thing is in the way, but this is what he demanded them to do. Now, my thing is, I'm gonna say this. This is my opinion. Now, I understand that ICE have been operating in a way that is unseemly with people. I understand. Well, what do you mean by that? Shooting unarmed people. That's what I'm saying. Now, I don't want to see nobody get shot unarmed. But my thing is, it's the politicians, Mama Doris, that we got to blame. All the politicians, the mayor, hand over all the criminals that you have right now that's on probation, that's locked up in jail. Hand them over to ICE right now. Then we don't have to worry about ICE coming and knocking on folks' doors, pulling them out of their cars. To save a lot of trouble, or harassing or stopping Black American people, as you guys say. That's all I'm saying. I got a few more videos I want to play, and I played some before some of you guys came in here, but I want to play this. Let's play this one.
Your book here, Mug, and I think it's on page 151. You write that various groups, feminists, gay rights groups, and those who are defending immigrants have commandeered the Black civil rights experience. Yes. What do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's one of the most important points of the book. I mean, I think the way liberals have treated blacks like children, and many of their policies have been harmful to blacks, at least they got the beneficiary group right. We do have to, I mean, we shouldn't. There is the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow laws. We don't owe the homeless. We don't owe feminists. We don't owe women who are desirous of having abortions, but that's or gays who want to get married to one another. That's what civil rights has become for much of the left. They dropped the blacks after 5 minutes.
Immigrant rights are not civil rights?
No, I think civil rights are for blacks.
See, this is essentially the problem, and the Republicans
what have we done to the immigrants? We owe black people something. We have a legacy of slavery. Immigrants haven't even been in this country.
But you see, most of us are either immigrants or are the descendants of immigrants, and we understand that not everybody, there are Native Americans, but we understand in this country, that kind of self-deportation, making things so difficult for immigrants, for undocumented immigrants, that they have to leave, or the DREAM Act, threatening to veto the DREAM DREAM Act, which is what Romney has said. I mean, and again, we have Governor Romney, who is basically taking a position that is anti a large and the fastest growing segment of the electorate.
And here's the thing, if Republicans don't do something with immigration, and if Republicans are so far away from Latinos, they're going to lose not only this election, they might lose the White House for generations.
The future.
And
Texas
to turn
that's why the Democrats are dropping the blacks and moving on to the Hispanics, because they're a larger group of Hispanics.
All right. Okay. We're done with that. So what I'm going to do, let me get in. I don't know what. Oh, we still here.
Mug, Don, I think it's on page.
I'm not going to play it again. I'm going to go back to, let me do this way. All right. Do it this way. All right. Now, I want somebody to come in, explain to me why Brandon Johnson cut $100 million off the police budget. The same officers that he cut their budget, he wants them to police the police now. Now, what's really going on? Now, why are they protecting illegal immigrants, especially those that are committing crimes, those that are locked up, those that are on house arrest? Why are they protecting this? What is it, people? What's behind the mask? What is the city of Chicago? Come on, Mama Doris, talk to us.
The question should be to us, why do we keep allowing it? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. Why do we keep allowing it? This executive order, another distraction. All these taxes that have been imposed on Black people, our homes are being taken away from us. Why are we not focused on that? I don't care what ICE does. Why do we keep allowing people to tell us what to feel, how we should feel, and for whom we should feel it, except ourselves? Those are the questions we need to start asking. I could care less about ICE. ICE stands for Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. It's a legal agency under Homeland Security of the United States government. That's a distraction. Brandon Johnson can't do anything to ICE or any federal police. These are distractions. While we're losing our homes, the children are not being educated. Black folks are sleeping on the street.
You break it up, Mama Doris. Mama Doris, you break it up. I don't know why you break it up.
Why do we keep allowing it? It is on us. Why do we keep voting for the Democratic Party? Why do we keep allowing the ministers to tell us to vote for the Democratic Party, our organization? Why do we keep doing that? And why do we keep allowing them to make Donald Trump the boogeyman? Why do we keep allowing it? You're not getting anything from the Democrats, but you can find every reason to not support a Republican. It's the Democrats here in the city of Chicago that's doing all of this. Brandon Johnson is a Democratic mayor. The aldermen down there are Democrats. We got all these elected officials on the state level, Democrats. But then we go to Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. You can't ask anyone, what did you have? What kind of tea did you have this morning without them bringing up Donald Trump? Why do we keep allowing people to keep us in the state of mind? What is wrong with us? Something is wrong with us. And we need to start questioning ourselves. What is wrong with us? Why do we keep allowing these people to do it? We are the voters. We can take them out if you get off this Donald Trump a kick. These are not Republicans. These are Democrats. We have Pamela Long running for the United States Senate. A very qualified, exceptional woman. Why are we not talking about listening to her program and what issues she's talking about? She's the only one who's talking about Black issues, who's running for that Senate seat. You don't have the Republicans talking. We don't have the Democrats talking. It is up to us to demand something from them. These are distractions, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
What is Brandon Johnson going to do with that $100 million? Is he going to help some of these people with these tax bills? Taxes, losing our homes. The schools are failing. We are in trouble in this city, and all we can talk about is Donald Trump. But we keep voting for these wicked devils in the Democratic Party. Pritzker, all of them. They need to go. That's what we need to be focusing on. I don't care what ICE does. Why are we concerned about what ICE is doing when the police, the state, the federal are beating our behinds every day? Black people are being killed and misused by the police every day. Why are we not up in arms about that? I don't care. That white woman and that white man up there in Minnesota, that's the only reason this mess is continuing. These were white people who were taken out by white people.
White on white crime.
And they got our children. And they got our children out here demonstrating. Why are we telling our children to surround these aldermen's office and city hall about these high taxes that their mamas and daddies are going to have to pay? Why do we have our children out here demonstrating and talking about losing their homes? Why don't we have our children doing things like that? Maybe if we had our children engaged in constructive things that are going to help them and us as a people, maybe we wouldn't have all of the nonsense that's going on with some of our children. Why are we not doing that?
I blame Brandon Johnson, Martin. I want to say that him. Just let's keep this 100. Let's tell the truth. I blame Brandon Johnson. I really do.
And I blame us for allowing them to stay in office. I blame him too. I blame that whole city council. I blame the 20 aldermen specifically because they could not do it without them signing on to it. But that entire city council is guilty. So again, the question is, why do we keep voting for a party that is not doing a doggone thing for us? Why are we doing that? Something is wrong with us.
You need to stop voting for these people.
About what is happening up there in Minnesota. We have problems right here in Chicago. Why are you going to Minnesota? Distractions. And the fact that Black people don't have the courage to stand up and do what we need to do for ourselves. So I'm putting that on us.
Mm-hmm. Mama Doris, I totally agree with you. We got to be the ones that get them out because they done got too relaxed, and they think that we're going to keep on. They think we're going to keep on voting for them, but. I'm not already changed my mind, Mama Doris. I'm going red. Because the Democratic Party.
What do you have?
I went red 5 years ago.
What do you have to lose? What do we
Nothing
have
at this point.
When we go
hold on, y'all. We can't keep talking over each other.
When we go red, this is one thing we need to do. When we go red with an agenda.
Uh-huh.
What are you going to do specifically for Black people? And don't allow anyone to say to us, well, I got to think about, well, you find some money for everybody but us, but when it comes to Black people, you can't find a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. We've got to stop them from doing that to us. Taxes, losing our property. This stuff is real here in Chicago. It's real. It is on us people now. When are we going to get the courage to stand up for us? How much more has to happen to us for us to realize these Black politicians don't give a damn about us?
Well, we can take note from their movement. We need to be out there standing up for us like they're out there standing against ICE. We need that many people out there for us. We're not out there. We're sitting at home being comfortable, saying none of this matters. It's not some of us think.
We organize around that. We organize around that. You have phones. You have emails. It's a whole lot of ways you can go after those people. Yes, we need to be organizing, but I am sick and tired of calling on this, us talking about what's happening in Minnesota and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no worse than the rest of them white supremacists up there. He is no better or no worse, because these policies did not just start under Donald Trump. All this stuff was in place before he ever thought about running for office.
Okay.
Yep, all the way back to Reagan.
We got a new caller, y'all. We have a new.
No. Oh, no. 400 years. 400 years, over 400 years.
All right. Let's see what the new caller has to say. 6905.
I'm getting my thoughts together. Give me a minute. I'm getting my thoughts together. Give me a minute.
I respect that.
This is a lot. Because I just heard it. I just heard a lot.
I respect that, sir. I respect that. That's better than just going.
Go ahead. I'm gonna listen.
Hold it, sir. I respect that. That's better than just getting on here just saying anything. So I respect that. Because a lot of people just get on here with all that barbershop talking. Barbershop talk. I'm tired of hearing all that barbershop talk. Let's get down to business. Now, I want to say this. This is just me, and this is truth. No Democrat can deny what I'm about to say, that Donald Trump isn't running Chicago. The Democrats are running the city of Chicago. That you cannot deny.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't blame Donald Trump. When I say we, black people, black Americans, we can't blame Donald Trump on what's going on here in the city of Chicago on our condition, with our condition. We can't blame it at all. So what we're doing, Doris, this is what I see. We're allowing the Democrats to use the race card. That's what we're allowing them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And black folks, and I'm black, we really emotional. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted by others. We want to live in harmony.
And we're not logical.
We want all these things. This is my opinion now. Just my opinion. But Brandon Johnson gotta go, people. He gotta go. He got to go. He got to go. He got to go. I'm sorry. I voted for him. I repented. But Brandon Johnson gotta go. He gotta go.
Who should be his replacement?
Yeah, he's no good. He's no good.
Who should be his replacement?
That's a good question.
We need a Republican. We need a Republican, because we're gonna keep getting the same stuff we're getting because the Democrats are too used to black people voting for them.
I got a question.
Hold on, sir.
I got a quick question.
Hold on, sir. No, you don't have no question now. We talking. I had to come to you. Come on, Marcus. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcus.
We need a Republican mayor, and any Republican out there that's listening to your show, this is the time for you to stand up and run in Chicago. But don't just go in the white community. You need to be knocking on black people's doors. If black people finna flip red here in Chicago, which most of them have, you need to be knocking on these doors now. Don't wait till election time. You need to be campaigning now. You need to tell me why I should flip red and vote for you, and what are you going to do for my life to be better, for the life of my community to be better? What are you going to do effective immediately when you get in office? Or before you get in office, what are you doing? What is your resume? What is your portfolio as a Republican? Chicago needs a Republican mayor to clear up what's going on in this city, because ever since I've been born, we've had nothing but Democrats, and we've had these problems over and over and over again. Now, when Harold first ran, he ran as independent and won. The second time, he ran as a Democrat.
Okay.
We having these problems.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, sir, I would like for you to open up with a statement instead of a question. 6905. Because I did wait on you. So, okay.
All right, well, here's a statement.
Okay.
Here's a statement. So, this is a statement and a fact. Blue states subsidize red states. That means that your tax money goes towards red states. So, my question was going to be, if it's better to be a red state. Why is it that the leaders of those red states have to get money from blue states to survive if being a red state is better? That's just number one. Number two, I've said on this show multiple times, Republican, Democrat, and that sister just tapped on it a little bit, don't make a difference. It's all about the machine. And the machine is not built for us, period. It doesn't matter. Both of them are playing games. We just had a liberal woman the other day say, can we go back to regular police brutality out their mouths? And people still get on here and say that that's where we need to be. You understand? Like, it doesn't matter what side you on. This is their mind state. It don't matter. This is somebody who's supposed to be a liberal saying, hey, we tired of y'all. They shot a white woman in the face. They shot a white man in the face. And all of a sudden, everybody forgot about the Epstein files. And everything is going away. This Republican government is setting it up to go. And y'all think there's a difference between state and federal. And you've got to be insane. All right? These people playing with us in our face. We don't need neither one of these people. We need something different.
So what do you suggest?
I suggest something different. I just said it.
What do you
A new party. A new party.
What you saying?
Something completely different.
Hold it. Let him talk.
It don't sound right. Why doesn't it? Hold on. Wait.
No, brother.
Wait.
Hold it. Ain't number one.
Hold on. Why,
No, sir. I'm the host. I'm telling you to hold, brother. Just hold. That's all. I'm the host. I'm finna tell him one mic. I'm finna let you talk. You can't out-talk the host, brother. I'm listening. This is my show. I'm allowing you to talk. I came back to you. I kept my word. I want you to continue. I don't want 2 or 3 voices coming in at one time. Because when it's a lot of confusion, people leave the live and they don't want to hear 4 or 5 people talking at one time. They want to hear one voice, one mic. Go ahead, my brother. One mic. Go ahead. Nobody talk but this one brother. When you're done, brother, let me know or I'm gonna have to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So
explain yourself.
I'm saying that we looking at this game that's being played with us is all smoke and mirrors. It don't matter whether you're Republican. It don't matter whether you're Democrat. That's all money. It's just all money. And we left in the ditches shoveling crap. It don't matter. Just look at it, man. We subsidize red states. And you talking about you want to become a red state. So in my mind, you saying you want to go from sugar to crap. You understand? I understand everything that's going on in the city. We have to look beyond that. We about to be at war out here. You understand? Anybody that's watching the news, see what's happening right now. They've already said that this dude that's running the country has been compromised by Israel. Russia is offering asylum to U.S. citizens. You understand? Something big about to happen, and we up here talking about the mayor. It's bigger than that. Way bigger than that. You need to get prepared for it. This is nothing. It's nothing. If you think Trump is such a savior, I promise you, by the time this upcoming summer comes, you're going to understand what's really going on. It doesn't matter, Democrat or Republican. This is a construct that we caught in. And that sister that was just talking before me tapped on it a little bit. She tapped on it a little bit, but she needed to go a little bit deeper into it. We got to look past all this. Is bigger than that, man. It's gonna go down in this country. If you look around at everything besides what's happening with the Chicago Flip Red and Mayor Johnson and all this stuff that's happening, these people, look at the stock market.
Hey,
silver
brother.
and gold just dropped. Silver and gold.
Sir. Sir, let me stop
Sit
you.
back and wait to see
Sir,
who capitalizes on that.
609,
He robbing us
605.
in plain
Sir,
sight.
sir, please stop.
Go ahead,
Please,
bro.
please. Thank you. Thank you.
Go
Thank you,
ahead.
brother.
Thank
Bro,
you.
listen.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Okay. All right.
Y'all laughing.
Okay. 3111.
Martin.
Yeah, go ahead, Mama Doris, real quick. Go ahead.
Martin,
Yes.
this is the United States of America. We have two parties here, Democratic Party and the Republican Party. If you vote Democrat or you vote Republican, it's the policies of these parties. I'm concerned about the policies. Policies of the Democratic Party have hurt the Black community for the last 65 or 70 years. We need to stay focused on what is going on here in Chicago, and that's impacting us. We need to stop trying to be intellectual, start talking about Russia, start talking about the stock market and all that. We need to focus on what is happening to Black people right here in the city of Chicago. No one is saying that Donald Trump is a savior. What we're saying and what I am saying is that we do not need to continue to support a party whose policies are hurting us. The policy that the policies of the Democrats in the last election was immigration, abortion, and LGBTQ, whatever they call themselves.
Can I jump in?
Hold on, sir.
Focus on what's happening here in Chicago. Black people have just been hit with these high taxes. Black people's properties are being taken from us. Their children are not being educated. Black people can't get jobs. These are major things that are impacting us, and it's because of the policies. We live in this country. This is our country. We don't have any other country we can go to. Everybody else is coming over here because they're saying that they want a better life for their families and their children. Well, we need to protect what we have built, what we have fought for. So we're talking about Chicago and Chicago politics. We need to change that Democratic city council down there. We need to change that Democratic governor. So what do you have to lose by giving an agenda to the Republican candidate who is running and telling him this is what, if you want to win the governorship of the state of Illinois, this is what you're going to have to do to get the Black vote. And the same thing as far as the city council and state representatives. What do we have to lose?
Okay, let's go to the next caller. 3111. 3111. Thank you for holding. Thank you for holding, caller. 3111. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Martin. I was just wanting to touch in, man. Want to say that man, it's a lot, man.
Okay, start somewhere. Start somewhere. We're talking about the executive order. Go ahead.
The executive order. Okay. Now, what I really think is that Trump is really giving power back to us.
Hello.
And people don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta recognize that shit. And we're not recognizing it. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Man. We gotta recognize it, man. He's giving power back to the people of this land. That's what we gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't understand it right now, man, we just doomed. We doomed, man. He giving back to us, the land, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Okay, thank you. Area code 832. Hold it, y'all. 832 area code. Come on, caller. Thank you for holding. Area code? Yes, sir. 832.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first off, I'm from Texas. Okay. First off, I want to say thank you for having this. I just came across Mr. Martin Johnson. Thank you so much. What I have to say,
all Black Americans, all Black Americans, I just got one question. Are you American? Are you American? This is a fairness. I've been on this thing for over 20-some years. What's going on in Chicago? We having something similar going on here in Houston. Okay, we got crime out of control. It's the same thing. Everybody is drinking, well, they have taken the hate pill. I hate this. I hate that. Donald Trump. Look, they have no respect for us. They're putting it right in our face and letting us know. They're so concerned about the migrants. That's why we shipped them up there, because y'all had sanctuary cities. Texas is not a sanctuary state. So we shipped them up there. You want them? We send them up there. We cooperate with ICE here in Houston. We do. We don't have those restrictions. He has 100 and some people on his detail. Mayor Johnson on his detail, police. So what's going on is one thing. They use the race card to get you emotional, excited. I don't have any friends. The first person I wanted to vote for back in 2008 when Obama ran was Obama. The only reason I voted for him was because he was Black. I would have voted for Hillary Clinton. But all my people told me, don't vote for this guy. I go, hey, he's Black. I've been voting for white folks all my life. I want to give Obama a chance. I did. And the first time I voted for him, the second time I didn't, he started messing with my money. And I realized Obama brought all of this stuff in. You see what's going on in Minnesota, all of the fraud, all of these daycare centers, all of the stuff. Look at all that money. All these people so arrogant. Why is everybody trying to come here? I traveled all over the world. I was in the military. And you know what I noticed? Nobody called me a nigger. Nobody called me a nigger. I was in Germany. I was all overseas. Nobody called me a nigger. The thing about it is they use this to get you excited. You drink and you take the hate pill. Donald Trump, when Jennifer Hudson, when her people was killed, you know who gave her a place? Donald Trump. Free of rent. Okay? You have to educate yourself. Policies, it's what it's all about. But they got you with race. And you want to compare everything, this and that, to Donald Trump. Donald Trump right now is saying the 14th Amendment was made for who? For the descendants of slaves. The babies of slaves will become citizens. That's going to benefit Black Americans. And we need to get vocal. And we need to get out there where we can have a presence so they can see us. Because right now, the way it is, they showing us right now. We in denial that the migrants are more important than the Black people here. And the only reason why they're doing it is because some Black people are waking up now. Long life wouldn't have made no difference. It's the same thing. Policies. And it does make a difference. They don't respect Black Americans. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Your Black Caucus and the NAACP, it ain't for Black people anymore. People of color. They hijacked the civil rights and they included everybody else. It was specifically for us. We get these people out of here, we can get some of these resources and all the stuff that you're complaining about. How they coming into your neighborhoods? Wake up. And it's so easy to do. You have to wake up. Ask yourself a question. If America is so bad and everything's so good, wait a minute, here are all these people trying to get over here. And you are subsidizing. You got it wrong, brother. Some guy came over here and said the red states, the blue states are subsidized. No, the red states are subsidizing the blue states. Look at all the Medicare fraud. Look at all the sanctuary cities. Look at all this stuff. Who's going to pay for that? It's our taxpayer dollars. Look at your property tax. They're doing the same thing here in Texas, right? Same thing. They trying to jack up all, not as much as y'all, but they trying to jack all stuff up too. You have to make people earn your vote.
You might want to look that up because that's not true.
Yeah, no, I've already looked it up. I know it's true.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay,
That's
sir.
not true.
Sir, I'll give you a chance to rebut right now. One mic.
Because I've been there and
One
I've
mic.
seen it with my own eyes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I'm in real estate, and this is part of my business. That's not true.
Sir.
That's not true.
Sir.
What's
sir,
not true?
Sir, listen, I'm going to ask you one
Blue
more time.
states
Sir.
subsidize
Sir.
red states.
Sir, we're going to leave that alone. Let's keep rolling. We're going to keep rolling. We're not trying to stop.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. I give you that, but I'm gonna get back up on this. Okay. What you have to do is just look at your life, look at your situation, look at your neighborhood, and your policies. What matters, it doesn't matter if you're blue or red. It's the policies. Wherever the policies are gonna benefit you. Okay? Now, the thing about it is, if I got my taxpayer dollar, it's going to go anywhere. It doesn't stay in Texas. It goes anywhere. You got all these NGOs, non-government organizations, they're getting all this money. They're getting subsidized. The Democrat Party is a finesse. It's the party of the KKK. It's the party of, and all I'm saying is, for Black Americans, do your research. Just like you just told me, I'm with that. You in real estate, I can look that up. But I'm not going to hate you just because you told me that. I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to do the research. And you might have a point. You might be right. But my thing is, give yourself the opportunity to go do research. Think about policies for your people, for your family, for your kids. The immigrants are replacing us, and they're doing it right in front of our face. Mr. Moore, thank you. God bless you. I sign up. I'm going to subscribe to you.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm going to send you some more information. I really would like to try to start something where we can go around and be visible, where we can actually get out there visible. You understand what I'm saying? Because the Antichrist is here. What Don Lemon went into a church, they said, how come you didn't go in a black church? They already went in a black church and infiltrated it. Okay? They've already went in there. You tell me a man with a weed whacker between his legs can go inside of the same space as a woman? And you go down with that. That's not right. And the thing about it is, you have to be brave. I don't have any friends anymore. I'm 68 years old. Let me tell you something. When I said I was with Trump, man, they was like, boom, and I stand on the aisle, but it's okay. It's okay because I stand strong. I'm not going to let nobody deter me. I went to L.A., and what I saw out there, I couldn't believe it. It was homeless everywhere. Everywhere I looked, there was homeless. And you know what I saw? Faces looked just like mine.
All right. Hold it right there, brother. You can't tell it all, brother.
Craziest thing ever seen.
You can't tell it all. Appreciate
The
you.
craziest thing ever seen.
Thank you. You can't tell it all.
But thank you, Mr. Moore.
Okay, you can hold on. Thank you for subscribing, brother. This is how we get down. This is live,
Yes,
uncut, unedited. Hey, we ain't over here booty clapping. We ain't trying to figure out how many wives you got, bro. This is real policy, real issues over here.
Sir.
And I appreciate you.
I am so thankful. God bless you.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you. You can hold on the panel. You welcome to stay around. Buck, 6650. Come on, Buck. You're next. Come on.
Blessings all. As far as Mayor Johnson or whatever he may be, the playbook is already in front of us. You know, if you need to see more about when they raise taxes on the citizens of the city. When you talk about murders are down, but yet we don't talk about breaking and entering. We don't talk about armed robbery. We don't talk about carjacking. We don't talk about other crimes that are up, that's happening every day to our community. And the fear of murder might not be they don't kill everybody, but they robbing and terrorizing everybody in our community. Yet they don't see no problem with it. You have to pay more taxes to live in one of the most dangerous places in the world. The facts of the matter is, when you look at politicians, they all are backed by money. I can't remember Brandon Johnson coming to the black neighborhoods coming and say, I need your support financially. He already had support financially. a candidate cannot make a serious run for any office, even a dog catcher, unless they got somebody backing them. So if the proof was in the pudding, he already had people behind him when he was already working for the Chicago Teachers Union. So they already gave him his marching orders. The agenda is about, it ain't so much they over us, but us finding our proper place. Now, we got a choice. They can't push us out nowhere, but we can't let them walk over us either. So either we can get a candidate, if you go the political route, that we can put support financially and put them in their place to try to support us and find our agenda, or we can just stick to our thing and try to put down this government the way they putting us down on us. They don't support us on nothing. Our children are uneducated. They are very immoral. The music they play out here for our children to destroy each other, because it's the same people that own the record companies own the prison. So the lack of knowledge is what's destroying us. The people who are in charge of everything, it ain't got to be no face on it. Ain't got to be no Democrat, Republican. It's about the money. Follow the money and you find out who's in making your destruction for you and your family and your extended family, your neighbors. None of these politicians really address us. When they get in office, before they come to you, they're going to say, well, I'm going to work to help you. But they never come back to you unless it's another election. Brandon Johnson is working specifically for who he worked for. He doesn't have any agenda for our people. Barack Obama had no agenda for our people. His great...
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Go ahead.
But say what? His grandfather, Barack Obama's grandfather, was a big racist. Say what?
Why is that though? Why do you think they don't have no agenda?
Sir, hold it. I'm gonna come back to you.
All,
we need one mic.
First of all, as a group, as a group of people, we have to demand that. See, in the 60s, we demanded our stuff. We can't sit back docile and think these people, we're gonna be right here. We're gonna be counted in. They don't care nothing about us unless you're willing to step up and be by any means necessary. I mean, sometimes you got physical violence. You don't have to be out here trying to start no war, but you got to show them that you ain't playing with these people. But if you're sitting back, letting them tell you, every time somebody get killed in our community, we're going to have a little girl get murdered or something happen to somebody in our community. Let's march, yes.
All right, let me play this video. Let me play this video.
Okay, go ahead.
To Wall Street then. And now that all that money that's amassed on Wall Street is still producing unearned income. All that money is producing a regular salary for people. It's in stocks and bonds and dividends. They don't have to work. Never had to work. But we're going to talk about that later on. So what I'm saying now is that you're going to have this massive influx of immigrants into the country that are better equipped. They don't have your legacies. They don't have your disadvantages. They're walking across the border. They're going to get a free lunch. They don't have to pay dues. But you got public policies in this country that are equating them to black folk. They're equating them to black, and what we've allowed them to do, starting in 1970, is to wrap themselves in black folks' suffering and pretend somehow they suffered along with black folk. And therefore, whatever program is created under this misguided label called minority, that they are equal to you and over you. And we're going to deal with that whole concept of minority in a few minutes too. So that's the problem with the influx of immigrants. And what they are doing is coming to the country and doing what we've never been allowed to do and we've never been bright enough to do in some senses, is to build your own communities. You got to build your communities. You see, every group that when they leave their homeland, the last thing they do is look in the mirror. They look in the mirror and says, I'm going to America. And I'm going to go to America, I'm going to find me a community or neighborhood. Or I'm going to build one with people who look like me. And so that's why you go all over this nation, where they're coming out of Asia. You will find Vietnamese towns all over California, little Cambodias. You'll find a Chinatown in every major city. You'll see the Hispanics come in, they'll build a little Mexico, a little Havana, a little Hialeah. You go up, you find little Italys, French towns, German town, Greek town, Polish town, but you cannot find one black town. And we are the only people that keep trying to integrate. We're the only people, rather than looking in the mirror and saying, I see somebody that looks like me, I want to go find and build me a community of people who look like me. We're doing just the opposite. That's your second problem, is inappropriate behavior of black folk. We keep looking in the mirror and says, I want to get away from everybody that looks like me. You can't have any power and wealth doing that. If you don't have a community, you cannot rebuild Los Angeles without a black community. If I cannot come in this city, you can tell me where every black lives, where he stays, where he works. You don't have a community. And all of you that want to go in business, don't waste your time. You cannot start a business and operate without a town or community. Why can't you do it? Because without a community, you have no market. If you don't have a market, every black gonna go by your store at 200 miles an hour, heading for the suburbs and heading for the malls. And that's why you got this major displacement of capital out of the black neighborhood. And I tell black folk, if you want to go in business today, don't do it. Give me the money. I need it. Because you're going to go bankrupt. 80% of all black folk that go into business under the present system, you will go bankrupt within 2 years. You will lose your money within 2 years because you don't have a market. And see, that's how the other groups function. They have their own markets, their own communities. And we're going to talk about that a little later on, too. See, the good Reverend Dr. Price, he gave me 2 hours to talk to you all, so I'm going to get to all those points, okay?
All right, people. Appreciate you. Let's go back to the caller. He's a repeat caller.
Quick word. Quick word.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, real quick.
So it seems that the brother just said, basically, all in all, that we don't stick together, and that's why our economic capacity is messed up. Now, I just want to put a thought out there, and then you can go on to the next caller. Donald Trump is the worst. The worst. His whole cabinet is the worst. But the one thing them people got over us is they stick behind each other no matter what. They be in lockstep. And this brother just said, you played a video of a brother who basically just told us that we ain't got that, and that's why we messed up. And here we is on this broadcast talking about Brandon Johnson. Go ahead. I just want to put.
Okay, let me throw something back. Hold it. Let me throw something back at you. No, hold it. No. Hold it. So the brother just spoke. I want to ask you one question, and I need you to explain it to me.
Sure.
Is Donald Trump, the Republicans, are running the city of Chicago? That's the question I pose to you.
That's not even relevant to my statement.
Sir, I just asked you a question. Hold on. No, bro. Are you going to answer it now? I'll go to the next caller. If you're not going to answer, I'll go to the next caller. You said it's not relevant. I'm going to go to the next caller. Let me know if you're going to answer.
I'm answering your question.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop doing me like that, man, because you don't do other people like that. Stop doing that to me.
No. Hold on, brother. I'm going to hold you right there, bro. I'm going to go to the next caller. 3111. I don't like where you're talking to me. 3111. Come on, 3111.
All right, Mark.
Go ahead.
Mark, I'm just wondering like that. Mark,
yeah.
what descent do you think Brandon Johnson from?
You said what?
What? I say, what descent do you think Brandon Johnson from?
You tell me what's his nationality? I don't know. They say somebody. I don't know, brother. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know. But I know.
Ain't that kind of crazy? Don't nobody know.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
I mean? We knew where Harold Washington was from, right?
Right.
But we don't know where this motherfucker's from.
All right, watch your language. Watch your language, bro.
That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And about with the fellow that was just on right now, he needs to do his history, man. And when he do his history and he find out a lot of things, he'll be more understood.
No. Well, let me just say something, man. I want to explain something about this program here. This program is not based on Martin Johnson. I don't have all the answers. And I don't consider myself the smartest one in the room. Okay, hold on. And listen, and you don't have to agree with me. But one thing we're going to do on here, we're going to respect each other. That's what we're going to do. That's all I demand. I don't care if you're blue or red. Don't make me no different. You could be blue or red. Whatever your prerogative, whatever your choice, you have that choice. I'm not going to call you stupid for being blue, and I'm not going to call you dumb for being red. Whatever. That's whatever. But I always say, whatever party you represent, you make sure you represent your people that look like you. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what sir, I need you, hold it, man. Hold it, brother, I'm talking. Now, that's why, all right, because we all can't talk at the same time, and you got people that's driving, listening to this, and they can't listen to two people talking at the same time. Then it just makes them leave the live, leave the chat, and we don't want that. Now, we can disagree. I don't have a problem with that. We don't have to see eye to eye. I don't have no problem with that. And I'm not always right, and I ain't the one to know it all. But I will say this, people. We have to respect each other, period. There's no other party that ever been for black folks but the Black Panther Party, and I could truly say that. I could truly say that. See, some of you guys on here, you got so much deep-seated hatred for Donald Trump, you can't see him doing nothing good. Nothing good. Anything he do, if it's coming from Donald Trump, that's Republicans. Now, we all know that everything is not bad about the Republicans. We all know that everything is not bad about the Democrats. We all know that we can find fault in both parties. But right now, when I go outside and I look outside, when I look at Inglewood, when I look at Roseland, when I look at North Lawndale, I know Donald Trump didn't have anything to do with that. And he had nothing to do with that. So I do know. No man or woman on this live can convince Martin Johnson that Donald Trump has something to do with Chicago conditions, the way we carrying on. No man can do that. Convince me that. So I'm calling a spade tonight. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear no excuse. I didn't hear
nobody say he did, though.
Right. No, but see, the thing is,
you want to know the uncomfortable truth?
Sir, I'm talking. Now, I don't know if you know new or not new, but this the rules here. One mic. Thank you. All right. Now, listen. All right. I'm not finna argue with y'all people tonight. Y'all ain't finna run my blood pressure up. If you can't follow rules, I'm just mute you. Period. I'm not finna do it tonight. Go ahead, Mama Doris. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mama.
Why do we have been?
I'm the host.
We have been conditioned. We have been conditioned to not think about issues that impact us. We have been conditioned to think this way. When Brandon Johnson is the mayor of the city of Chicago, he is a Democrat. All 20 black aldermen are Democrats. We are so conditioned to just focus on everything but issues that are impacting our lives, our families. We need to ask ourselves the question, why do we not think about what is happening to us? These policies. The Democrats are in office in this city and in this state. These policies that they're pushing are hurting us. All the money that they've spent on these immigrants have impacted us because they use that because they spent all this money, then they increase these taxes on the black community that we cannot afford. Donald Trump did not do that. Why do we keep talking about Donald Trump? And the young brother did say something that makes sense. Donald Trump has said some things, and we cannot even capitalize off it because we have been conditioned to be anti-Donald Trump for the last 6 or 7 years. Someone mentioned about the birthright. That's about us. The 14th and 15th Amendment, 13th, about us. When Donald Trump was talking about jobs for us, we allowed those women on that panel to just take it and run completely wild with it. Black people need jobs. All of the jobs that these people have today, we used to have those jobs. Black men need jobs so they can take care of their families. Policies. This is a Democratic city, not a Republican city. It doesn't have anything to do with Donald Trump. There are Democrats down there that are passing these policies. Brandon Johnson with this executive order, a distraction to keep us from talking about these high taxes, to keep us from talking about losing our properties and everything else that is happening to us in this city negatively. It's in our hands. We can make a change. We can take these people out of office. I wrote an agenda, so I have an agenda. We have agenda. We just got to push it and adopt it and think about us, only us. I do not care about anyone but Black people. And that is the way we're going to have to start thinking if we are going to save ourselves and our babies and our families. Stop giving disclaimers. I don't care about what's happening anyplace else. I don't care about what's happening. I can't be concerned about 2 white people up in Minnesota when we are being shot down every day. Our children are in trouble. We got to think about ourselves, and it's the policies of these parties, the Democratic Party policies. Any Democrat who runs, they're going to follow they're going to implement the policies of the Democratic Party, and these policies have hurt us. They have hurt us and they are hurting us. And only we have the power to make that change. And that's what we need to be focused on.
Mama Doris, let me say this. We got a new caller. Imagine the $1 billion that have been spent on the illegal migrants, unauthorized, undocumented, whatever you want to call them, spent in the Black communities. Imagine.
South Shore would not be looking like it's looking. Inglewood would not be looking like it. The Black communities in Chicago would not be looking like they're looking. Those were policy decisions that they made down there, and they were against us, against Black people in the city of Chicago, and it's being run by Black Democrats and white Democrats. We're so hypocritical. We want to talk, and to just get off the subject just for a second. Barack Obama dropped bombs in 7 countries. We didn't say anything about that, but we want to talk about Donald Trump. I only want to say that to let it. We're hypocritical. We've got to be focused on our issues. These are distractions because they don't want us to focus on our issues, because when we start focusing on our issues, we are going to make a difference in this city.
All right, let's go to the new caller, 0295.
How you doing, Brother Martin? This is Brother 10 Speed.
Hey, 10 Speed, how are you,
I
bro?
love this conversation.
Thank you.
I'm doing good, my brother. I love this conversation. You know, if Donald Trump has taken away money from all those Ivy League schools and given them to Black colleges, billions and billions to those, no one said anything about that. See, we have to understand the policies and not deal with personalities of whether we like somebody or not. The Black community in Chicago has suffered. Now, look at this mayor that we have. This mayor is doing everything, executive order, like, really? This doesn't mean anything. This mayor is part of the divide of us. This mayor has not anything that's going to benefit us. And most of the time I hear when even brothers and sisters call in, still want to stick with this Democratic Party. I always ask them, Look at your Democratic city, your Democratic county. Look at all these black people that were head of all different positions. The Democrats has put these peoples up just so they could take a downfall, the black peoples. And they bring all these people to your community, your neighborhood, and instead you want to focus in on somebody like Donald Trump when your main enemy is Brandon Johnson, putting all these Latinos in these strategic positions that we need to be in. So our focus is on the wrong thing here in Chicago. Brandon Johnson executive order, if anything, maybe Black Chicago should be out marching saying that, listen, we need to start putting a recall, get a recall. And if we can't get a recall, let's just do something about what we have to do. These illegal immigrants in this country, they brought in about 12 million. Donald Trump is trying to push them all out and close the border. This helps Black America. This helps us in the city of Chicago, New York, for the job. When he said the city job for the people in the city, this is for Black folks who are in the cities of New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. So the thing about it is that it's like we just want to say the Democrats is destroying us and we're going to go down. Fighting for who? When Black Americans realize no one likes us, not even other Black folks, we'll be all right with policies that benefit us no matter who's giving to us. But we got this thing where we want to love everybody. Everybody got to be our friend. We got to shake hands, and we want to put up peoples and say, remember once upon a time, we didn't like to be called colored. Now we're called peoples of color now. We join in a clique. Want to be part of a team. Chicago is destroyed because of property taxes from the city, the county, and everything else. And these Black folks are still trying to find something negative to say about a president who had nothing to do with this. If Donald Trump right now said $20 billion to the Austin community, we will still find ways to say, oh, we don't like him, he's racist. We're looking for somebody to love us. We're not looking for the things. Look, if he get rid of these people in the city of Chicago and other major cities where Black folks are at, we will get those jobs, like the young lady said. Those jobs will become our jobs again. But when now you look up, you went to Madison bus, you got folks, Spanish. You can tell they don't speak English driving these buses that we once used to have. These were our jobs, city employee jobs, city hall, CTA, and all these things. And we're giving up to help somebody that don't even care about us. What we should have been doing, we should have been trying to get jobs up ICE, trying to help get these folks up out of here. This is going to hurt us in the long run. And I'm going to tell you, too, I agree with the other person. Barack Obama deported over 4 million and no one said anything. Barack Obama had all these stuff, no one said anything because why? Because his face is Black. But yet, nothing benefit us during his 8 terms. It only benefit the LGBT and the liberal whites. So when brothers get to calling in and talk about, the Democrats, let me tell you something right now. The Democrat is the worst thing has ever happened to Black people because we're under an illusion of inclusion. It's like some kind of spell where we just can't shake it loose. We don't even know the Democratic policies. When I asked a friend today, tell me 4 Kamala Harris policies that she ran on there, she was like, he couldn't name one of them. But I know he did. He said, but Donald Trump. I said, I didn't ask you about Donald Trump. This is how we think. We're thinking about hating somebody that had nothing to do in Chicago or any major metropolitan cities. These are our elected officials in our community, in our neighborhood. And we're still doomed with self-destruction. That's what I have to say, Marty, but I had to give a call in.
I have a question.
Let it be known,
Okay, I have
Yes,
a question to the panel. It's to you. I can start with you at 10 speed, or I start with the 708, brother. 6905. Maybe he can answer this. The raw opinion. Okay. This is a huge. The mayor is setting up a direct legal battle. Now, do y'all think that the state's attorney will actually prosecute federal agents, or is he just, or this is just a headline grab? Because
this is just a headline grab.
Okay. Anybody else?
They'll prosecute them. They just arrested one of them. They just
like Black folks.
Hold on, Tisby.
They just arrested one of them for being a child.
Tisby, hold on.
They just arrested one of them for being a child molester. ICE, a federal agent. They just arrested him for being a child molester.
Okay. Now,
warrant and everything.
Okay, let me
So,
say
yeah,
this.
they can't be
No,
prosecuted.
we're talking
they
about.
can't.
Hold
You
on,
can't tell
sir. We're talking
You
about
crazy.
the way they
ICE is
treat.
not- oh my God.
Hold on. The question I'm asking, anybody could be prosecuted, but I'm asking the question: could they be prosecuted and charged for abusing a migrant? That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about something else, but could they be charged for something, for their behavior? Because I did read earlier in the program what he wanted his officers to do to watch and monitor ICE. So I'm asking. So
Are you familiar with the Geneva Convention?
Okay, very.
But you know, Martin.
Well, Martin, this everything
Hold it.
Brandon Johnson is doing, like most black folks do, is called symbolism. We're just signing documents with no power, just so we can say, because pretty soon or later, Donald Trump is going to come in and arrestate him and that's Stacey Gates. So what he's doing is just called, I'm going to make you guys think that there's some power that we got. You don't have power over the federal government. It's not going to do that. It's just something that he's doing because guess what? His time is up too. So, we think does he have the power? Brandon Johnson, first of all, we got illegal criminals in the penitentiary right now. He want to get them up so we can get them deported. We've done all kind of mess. But now you're going to say you're going to sign some letter. Why you didn't do that? Why you didn't do that at first? Why you didn't do it when they first came there? You wait till they left 2 times and you just got to do it. See, it's all symbolism. It means nothing. But he thinks that you watching him sign these documents and you thinking that that's some kind of power. Why you doing that first? This is just something just to fake out the people who don't know any better. And this here has, because really, people aren't paying, only people paying attention to that is Latinos. But guess what? That means nothing because he's going to get arrested real soon. Believe me, he's been investigated.
It is a smoke screen, Martin.
Okay, go ahead.
It's another distraction.
That's it.
It's another distraction. It's a smoke screen. It doesn't have anything to do with us. We need to focus on the issues that are impacting us here in this city. Taxes, Black people losing their homes, unemployment, poor educational system, jobs that are being given to everybody but us, jobs that we used to have. It is a smoke screen. These are the things that we need to be talking about and letting Brandon Johnson know. And these are the things that we need to be telling these ministers and these organizations, that they need to be speaking up about issues pertaining to us and how they're impacting us. All of this is a distraction. It's not anything he can do. And if he can, I could care less. Because that doesn't bring my taxes down. That doesn't keep Black people from losing their homes. That doesn't stop the miseducation of our children. That doesn't stop unemployment. All of the things that are affecting us directly. Distractions. Focus on issues that are hurting us and change these policies that are hurting us. And you do that by taking these politicians out. When you look at each one of these 20 wards, these people didn't win anymore, won by 10 or 12 or 12,000 votes. These people can be removed. So we need to be focusing on that. I don't care what he comes up with. We need to be looking at the issues that are impacting us and discussing how we are going to remove them out of office.
That was 100.
Okay. Okay. Now let me just say this for those that don't live here in the city of Chicago or don't know anything about it. We have 77 communities here in the city of Chicago. All the communities that are predominantly white are thriving. All the communities that are predominantly Black, mostly Black, are declining. Now, for those that don't know this, and Doris can back me up, and those 10 speak can back me up, most poor Black areas, they pay the highest property taxes now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
that by design?
You know.
You can hold on now. That ain't got nothing to do with no Donald Trump. Let's get that straight. Or the Republicans.
Right.
These are all Democrats. See, Mama Dora, this is what I see. Let me tell y'all what I see. This is what I see. I see a lot of us hating on each other, black folks. Y'all got to put your phone on mute. Somebody got me on echo. A lot of us hating on black kids. They love the fact that this Democratic Party is focused on migrants and not blacks. And I could tell where some of y'all blacks act when you see black people get their income tax, where they spend their money. On this live last night, a brother said, our mind is not ready. We're not ready for no reparations. See, sometime our people is some of the worstest enemies, our own enemy. I had to say it. Mama Doris, my fight is mostly with a lot of black folks too as well. Right up there with white supremacy.
Absolutely.
Listen, black folks, if they don't like you, I don't care. You can speak truth. They don't want to hear it. It ain't right. They're going to find some way to wiggle it up out of it. We just got to go with the truth. That's what's going to hold us up. Mama Doris said we need policies, people, policies with our names on it. This is our policy. But a lot of us find, oh, I got my bankroll, I'm retired, I got my savings, I got my pension, I'm good. Now, I'm not saying in America as a black man or black woman that you can't be doing well. I'm not saying that. But as a group, we're failing. As a group, we're failing. We're not sticking together like we should. And like I said the other night, Mama Doris, we don't need every black person to be 100% on board. We just need the majority. And I believe we can get some things done. Because some folks, they're going to side with white folks. They're going to side with white folks. Listen, I heard Pritzker say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mama Doris, he said that the money that he was given, it was for the migrants only. Only. He made that specific. So my thing is, you guys have spent $1 billion since Lori Light administration until now. $1 billion on the migrants. 10 speed, that sheep making all that noise. On the migrants. Now here's a group of people that they spend money on, don't have no ties to this country. Claude Anderson said, hey, they can walk in and get a free meal. And again, if there's any migrant out there listening to me, it ain't nothing, I have nothing against you. I have it against our politicians and our lobby people that lobbying for this. That's the problem I have with it. I can't get mad at you coming over here. Go ahead, Mama, go ahead.
Pritzker is doing that so that he can get those votes.
Mm-hmm.
It's about voting. Joe Biden allowed all these people to, now they've always been coming in, but we've never had a surge like we had under Joe Biden. And it's for the purpose of bringing these people here to become voters. And they will vote, and they're hoping they will vote for the Democratic Party. It's about removing us. They have no more use for us anymore. They used us up. And so they have these policies now to support everyone else who's coming into this country with the hopes of having them vote. All of these illegal immigrants, that's they.
No, when you said they used us up, who was they? They used us up.
The Democratic Party. The policies of the Democratic Party. If you
or how about both parties?
You got to study. There's not a Republican down there in City Council. The mayor is not a Republican. The governor is not a Republican. They are the ones who are passing these policies. So I don't want to hear this nonsense.
Who gave them the money to take the
Brandon Johnson is a Democrat. The City Council, a Democrat. The governor is a Democrat. Mm-hmm. We're talking about policies that they have passed that have hurt the Black community, continues to hurt the Black community. policies. And whether you vote or not, these policies are still going to impact you.
So
when are we
who's the good guy?
When are we going to wake up and start thinking about ourselves?
So who's the good guy?
We determine who the good guy will be based on the agenda that we give them. And I don't want to hear anymore about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no worse than Pritzker. Donald Trump is no worse than what Brandon Johnson is doing now. Donald Trump is no worse than what those people down there in the city council. You are completely.
I agree.
You are off.
I agree, and that's what I said in my last statement.
Sir,
we're talking about Democrats who are running the city, brother. That's all I am talking about.
I agree. Do you hear the word agree?
Well, we're talking about policies. We're talking about things that are impacting us here in the city of Chicago. And with these high taxes, they are going to run more of us out of this city, and that is a part of the plan.
I agree.
They want to reduce that black voting population. We are still large enough to make a difference in this city in terms of who is in that council and who is in that mayor's seat.
I agree with you.
I'm not supporting a party anymore that is detrimental to my people.
Okay, so I'm wondering, did you hear me say 5 times I agree with you? I agree that Democrats are no good for us in this city, but I also believe that Republicans are no good for us in the city. I think that it doesn't make a difference because it's all about business to them.
The reality, brother, none of them cares anything about us, but we have.
I just said that.
You keep talking about the Republicans who are not in office in Chicago. We're talking about the people who are in office in Chicago, and not one is a Republican. Not one.
Again, I just said
there was not one Republican in that city council who voted for all that money for these illegal immigrants. There's not one Republican in that city council who went along with all those that big tax increase against the black community. Not one. So now why am I going to sit here and talk about a Republican when it's not one down there who voted for it? Makes no sense.
Okay, so you're the type of person who don't believe that it stinks until
you know what, brother? You are not making any kind of logical sense.
I just said the same thing. You actually, what you want to do is you want to talk. Oh, you want to overtalk me and I have a brief conversation.
There's not one Republican in the city council, brother. The mayor is not a Republican. We're talking about Democrats who occupy those seats down there, who have passed policies.
So you have a Republican agenda, is what you're telling me.
Black community
because I just said that I agree with what you're saying, and you're constantly arguing with me over it. I said I agree with that. I am
not going back and
forth. But I also said that it doesn't matter whether it's Democrat or Republican. We need something else.
You talk about policies.
Okay, so you have a Republican agenda. So you have an agenda.
Sir.
Policies.
Okay.
And we can come up with, we have, I just said, we have an agenda. I put together an agenda. We have one.
So you have a Republican agenda is what I'm asking.
No, it's a black agenda.
For black people. And if a Republican
okay, so I just did the same thing.
Then the Republican has to adopt this agenda. It's about an agenda and about issues. It doesn't matter what party. We're the only ones who are stuck on a party.
Okay, we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Well, then why do you keep bringing up the Republicans? We're talking about getting Democrats out.
Whenever I bring up Republicans, I'm pointing out that there's no difference between. I'm pointing out issues that shows that there's no difference between them and Democrats as well.
The Republicans are not pushing abortion. That's a policy of theirs.
Okay, so you have a Republican agenda. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. We are split. We are split over issues, and that's the problem.
Not push the agenda of abortion, but the
We're talking about one issue.
Oh, the Republicans do not push the LGBTQ agenda. That's another issue. That's another policy.
Two issues. But so again,
You know what?
like I said, this is the problem. You have a Republican agenda, and that's cool. It's fine. All I'm saying is, I don't think that it's healthy for us to have either one of them.
We're talking about the Democrats who are in office
City
now.
of Chicago.
I want them out. Every last one of them.
And I don't think we need either one of them in Chicago. I think we need something
I
different.
want the governor
Period.
out. I want the governor out. I want all of the Democrats
That's
in
fine.
the council out.
But
So
see,
that's my
we're talking about what's best for black people, and
hold
you're
on.
talking about a specific agenda for a specific group.
No,
And we can't come to terms.
Okay, hold it,
So
y'all.
how is this even fruitful?
Okay, hold it, brother.
You know what? You
609.
are really laughable to me.
Hold it.
Exactly.
Hold it, y'all. Hold it. Let me just say this. Let me just clear up something. First of all, she do have a black agenda strictly for black folks. I've seen it. We've had it right here on this show numerous of times. So because people don't believe in abortion, that don't mean they're Republican or whatever. It's just their right to believe in that, period. People don't believe in homosexuality. That's their right. God made male and female. That's all he made, nothing in between, period. We can't even argue that fact. We just cannot argue that. So my thing is, what she is saying, we're focusing on the city of Chicago, the way the Democrats are handling the black community. Who are going to hold the Democrats accountable for what they're doing to black folks? Period. That's
And
what
I
she's
said
saying.
we need another
right.
party.
Listen,
What's wrong with that?
hold on, brother. We need not only another party, we need an agenda for anybody that get in these positions, because we can't blame. Otherwise, she was saying you can't blame the Republicans. There's no Republicans down in the city hall that's passing these policies.
I wasn't
brother.
blaming Republicans.
No, I
was
didn't say
simply
you
pointing
were.
out that they not
I'm
no
saying,
good either. That's
no,
it.
regardless,
Y'all don't understand.
listen, brother. Listen, Republicans not raising our taxes up, not black folk in North Lawndale.
Are you shitting me?
Come on now. Come on, brother. Who doing that? Who passing these policies? Democrats or Republicans? Hold on. Answer the question.
My whole point.
Hold on. No,
Sir. You
sir.
asked me a question. You just asked me a question.
Listen, brother. You have a nice day, man. You have.
You really just asked me a question, bro.
I can't deal with him, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't deal with it.
You know what?
I can't deal with
Martin,
him.
let me
Go ahead.
apologize for
Go ahead.
raising my voice, but see,
I can't deal with
people
him.
like him, he's a distraction. He doesn't want to deal with the real issues that we're talking about. And I apologize to the family, but I get very upset with people like him because I am talking about issues and policies that are impacting us. And this brother knows who's down there in City Hall. He knows who's running the state. He knows. So why would you come on this station and do that? Because we're talking about black people and what we need to do for each other, for ourselves. So why would you do that, brother? You don't care about your people when you do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you got a lot, Mama Doris. You got a lot of people like him that hate black people.
I live around them every day.
They get a rush seeing black people suffering. They get a rush, people. I'm telling you, they hate black people. They hate them. I'm telling you, people. They love to see us on the bottom.
We've been conditioned to think this way about one another. I am talking about the collective. I'm not talking about individual. Collectively, we are. Let's go back to the 2008 housing crisis when black people lost all of their wealth. We haven't recovered from that. The Urban League for the city of Chicago just last year said the wealth in Chicago, black wealth is zero. That was last year. And it's because of these policies. These policies that are being passed by these Democrats. And the only reason we're doing what we're doing is because those are black faces down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a black face who's selling you out is no better than a white face who's selling you out. That's why I focus on policies and issues. I want these people gone because these people are hurting us. And only we have the power to remove them. They don't deserve to continue to do what they're doing to us. All these high taxes, black people being pushed off the land. South Shore looking the way it's looking. Inglewood is gentrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be with us. All of this is by design and it's based on the policies that these people are pushing down there in that doggone city council and that racist governor up there.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing.
We have to start caring about each other and ourselves.
Mama Doris, I tell you one thing. There's no Republicans in the city hall making policies for us here. Not at
all.
So listen, this is I keep telling people this is what goes on here in the city of Chicago, and it's real. It's real. We have to do something. We can't go another 4 years like this. It's terrible. We can't do that. We can't do that. This is real. Some folks got so much deep hatred. See, that's what the Democratic Party does. Scream racist. They the most racist out of all of them. Period. Their stuff is hid. It's hid in plain sight. Period. I said it. I know because I've been voting Democrat practically all my voting life. And I know how they get down here in the city of Chicago. They get a black face that's going to work their agenda, not the agenda of no black people at all. We need policies.
And we have the power.
Yes.
And we have the power to make that change. We have the power. Black folks, we have power. Let's use it. The only way you can make a difference is by voting these people out. We can talk all night, but if we don't vote and remove them, can anything be worse than what we have?
Period. See, I'm telling you, Doris, it's all stemmed from the hate of Donald Trump. That's all. Listen.
Yep.
Most people that hate Donald Trump, they can't see nothing good he's doing at all. They have so much hate for him, they'd rather for this country to go down without any help from him. Period. And that's crazy.
And the Democratic Party set that up because for 7 years, MSNBC, CNN, that's all they did was malign that man. And we are the only crazy ones who have bought into that nonsense.
Yeah.
Because these white people are going to go with whomever supports them.
I want to ask that brother a question.
No, he's done. He's done for the night. He's done for the night.
Okay. Because I was wondering if we can't negotiate our leverage of power between the Democrats and the Republicans, what other party is he talking about? I mean, is he saying that we can actually do something ourselves without leveraging our powers? Because if he thinks that we can just say, "Oh, we're going to create our own group right now, and we actually can get rid of all these aldermen within 1 year," I don't understand that. We have to, like Claude Anderson said, we have to negotiate our power. So if he don't agree with the Democrats, don't agree with the Republicans, my question is, what does he stand? I mean, we're talking about taking over City Hall, taking the mayor off. We're talking about looking out for ourselves as black people in Chicago and all the destruction the Democrats has caused us. So if he's saying that we don't need the Democrats, cool. We don't need the Republicans. Well, who do we need to address our situation. We sure can't do it in one election. So my question is, what is he talking about? I think he just really wants to be aggravating towards his sister right here, who's saying some things that we really need to hear, we can know. I think he just want to be aggravated. But if you're going to aggravate somebody, at least come up with a solution. Don't tell me what I'm saying is all wrong. Then you saying I'm agreeing with you. What is your solution that makes sense on a broader, on a whole city of Chicago for Black folks? What solution do you have for Black Chicago? I didn't hear you.
You know what you call that? A pseudo-intellectual conversation. Because after Harold Washington died, there was talk then about us forming another party. It went nowhere because first of all, to structure and set up something like that, you need a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And you need people in place to help set it up. So those are pseudo-intellectual conversations that are not going to go any place.
Right.
You have
like me just did
independent party. Where do they go?
Okay.
What did they?
It's like me being being aggravating to you. Every time you say something, I just contradict everything you're saying. Just for the fact because you're the one that said it and it makes sense. So I'm gonna come on the other end and just to contradict because you said something so good. I didn't say it, but you said it, so I'm gonna contradict the sister. I didn't like that. That's not right.
Well, brother,
that's okay.
We're not going to put no energy into that. We're not going to put no energy into that.
Okay.
This is a great show. We're going to get ready to end it.
Yes,
We're going to end it on a good note.
Yes,
and I say again, for those of you that want to come on here and speak, I'll have no problem with you. Let us respect one another. And when you coming over here trying to cause trouble intentionally, now you could think the way you want to think. I don't care if you're blue or red. To be real honest with you, I just want to be correct. All I want to know, are you working an agenda for your people that look like you? That's what I want to know. Are you pointing towards some policies that would benefit people that look like you? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Don't give me that party.
And you know how you can
go ahead, Mama Doris.
And you know how you can shut these people down? Don't even get in a conversation with them about Donald Trump. Just don't even get in the conversation.
I went through that today.
It's a moot point. I live around people, and you can't even ask them, what kind of tea did you have for breakfast this morning? And the next thing that comes out of their mouth is Donald Trump. I don't engage them. I shut them down.
All right.
I went through that today.
Okay.
I asked my buddy, can you name me 4 Kamala Harris policies? Oh, go ahead, my brother.
We're done, brother. We're done. I want to close out.
Okay, my brother.
And I want to thank every last one of you listeners. You've been wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. I need a favor from you guys. I need you guys to like and share this video and send it to someone. Please do. Please do. Discuss it. Talk about it.
One thing.
Go ahead.
One thing, Martin. One thing that we're doing, which is good, we are beginning to talk about issues that are impacting us here in the city of Chicago. And when we have these shows, that's what we got to do. Keep it to what's going on in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And we're making some progress. And people are listening.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good thing, and you're going to always have people like him. He's a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
He comes
in. Hey, Mark, can I ask you a question?
Brother, I'm trying to get off here, brother. Save it for next time. Save it for next time.
Okay. I'll save it next time.
I'm trying to get off here.
Great show, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Good night.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I love